All right. So, I think we're back now. Sorry about that, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this, the 15th, I believe it is, developer stream for Minimum. We're happy that all of you are here with us today. And thank you for putting up with our initial technical difficulties. One of these days we will start a stream and it will just work. I swear to you all that this will happen eventually, someday in the future, far away. We're going to be doing a little game today where we will play with some of the loadouts that you guys have suggested, and we're going to try and name them after you, although I forgot to write the names down, so we'll figure that stuff out in a second. And we'll also be telling you guys about some of the new things we're planning for July, and some of the armor balance changes we have that we're hoping to roll out next week for next week's Friday, typical Friday build. And also to hear what you guys think about the update we put out, the June update we put out last week, and just get your thoughts on it, get your feedback, and let us know what you think of all this stuff.
You got any more suggestions?
Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna run through some more. We got Icarus Legs, Giant Killer, Jump Shotgun, which is the speedy shotgun, and the Napalm Grenade. That's from Creator 6. See, I gotta go figure out who did these. Sonatorum was the Bullet Hell, Giant Killer, Frag Grenade, Knight Armor combo. And then let's see here. And then Creator 6 was also the Rail Sniper, Ninja Jump, Katana, Grenade. He can't have two, that's not fair.
No.
Well, we'll call him Creator 6 and Creator 7. That works for me. We'll call that even. Let's see here. McNarf Narf wants us to do the Destruction Armor set. I'm not sure which one's the Destruction Armor. Is he talking about the Rescue? Yeah, the Rescue one. So do the Rescue set plus the Taser Shotgun, Frag Grenades, and he doesn't suggest a main weapon for that. We need a main weapon, Narf. Let's see here, and then we got let's see, is it Oghuntard? Oghuntard, suggests Explosive Sniper, Heal Katana, Frag Grenade, Paladin Chest and Legs, and Disaster Helmet. God, you guys are getting really complicated here now.
Yeah, we can't have so much armor. We can't sell it yet.
we'll try to honor your armor sets when we can. But yeah, until we have the ability to sell back armor, we can't do that. It was OGHU. Yeah, that's close enough. Oh, yeah. and the rest of it. It's OG Huntard. I think he's making the World of Warcraft Huntard joke. Original Huntard, I think is where we're going with this.
Yay! It was with the Napalm and what else?
He had Explosive Sniper, Heal Katana, Frag Grenade.
Man, they like the frag grenades.
I think they're fun, personally.
Narf
and then
doesn't pick the second.
Make one more called the Cheater armor set, and just use all weapons that aren't released yet.
I don't have them on this account.
No! Oh, dang it! All right, never mind. All right, we'll save that one for Friday. Yeah. Friday we'll use the Cheater set that has all unreleased weapons. Oh gosh! All right, guys. Let's see. We got one more from the Diamond Mine. Rocket launcher with grenades and SWAT armor. We need a secondary weapon. Rocket launcher. By rocket launcher, he means plasma, I presume. We need a secondary weapon, Diamond. Since we're doing SWAT armor, I guess it would make sense to be like a
assault
rifle or something. Bullet hell. We'll do bullet hell for now until he gives us another suggestion.
What was his
Actually, has anyone told you to use the auto shotgun? Do we have that in these loadouts yet?
No.
Cause I feel like someone suggested an auto shotgun loadout. Let me go find it.
Yeah. We could always replace Creator 7.
Oh no, wait, here. A Notion 90 suggests auto sniper, dash shotgun, flame turret, and no armor. A Notion. Capital A at the beginning of it. There we go. A Notion.
Very automatic. And for Diron, he gets dash shotgun.
Alright, that works. Okay, we're set. Our loadouts are locked and loaded. Our loadouts are locked and loaded. And we're gonna get going here. So, in the meantime, while Weapon Tinker is doing his thing and dominating everyone, but don't forget to let him know they're on Twitch, man. Yeah, tell him. Gotta let everybody know. just in case they weren't sure. So as you guys know, we rolled out our June, or the first portion of the June update on Friday of last week, or well, I guess technically it was Thursday night of last week. And we brought out deathmatch mode. We brought out the 2 new deathmatch maps, new exclusive 2 deathmatch mode. That was Space Station and well, we have oh shit, we had the mic drop again. When you die, we're gonna fix this mic problem. So don't die, because you're awesome. Alright, so I'll just try to talk really loud and directly into the microphone until such time as we have a chance to correct this. Yeah, it's not just you, it's... Alright, you're good. Alright, Alt-Tab, go to the volume mixer, right-click, and then go to Open Volume Mixer, and then scroll over to the right until you find OBS, and then scroll it all the way up. Up. And then, yeah, we're good. Okay, is that better now? Hopefully we're good. Good, Saber, bring it. Bring it, Saber. We want to fight. Well, TJ wants to fight. I don't want to fight. I'm at the microphone right now. Yeah. So anyway, as I was saying before the mic went super quiet, we put out those 2 new deathmatch maps, Space Station, and the courtyard or the event, depending on who you believe. So originally, slightly better, really, just slightly. So, all right. Well, I guess we'll have to deal with here. Alt tab again. Crank it the rest of the way. All the way up. All right. How's that? Any better? Yes. No. Well, we'll see when you guys see this after a 30-second delay. So yeah. So the event was the name that that Jake came up with, independent of me, and it does sound way better. But here's the thing, guys: is the event a cool enough name for what that map is? Show us the right way to do it, Jake. This is the man who named the event right here. So it's definitely a better name, but I feel like that map isn't like it's not grand enough. Like the event should be something that involves, I don't know, dinosaurs or something like that, right? Don't you feel like we need to save that name for something along those lines? I think we're going to end up putting this to a community vote. We'll let you guys determine. Should be better now? Okay. We'll let you guys determine which variation of this you guys want to do. So if you guys like the event, we'll stick with the event, and maybe we'll try in the future to make the map feel a little more event-like. And if you guys decide that you want to save the event for a different kind of map, or a different different theme of map, then we will adjust that. So we'll put a poll up as soon as we have the ability to do that. We'll put a poll up. We'll let you guys. The event is probably going to win, but I want the people to determine this. You guys will decide the correct place for this. The celebration. It doesn't feel like
a party.
Yeah, it was quite a party. I feel like. Well, the funny thing is, there's like 3 banners that kind of do make it seem like there was a celebration going on there or something beforehand. But that's it. I feel like you would need more. It would need more. Like you'd have to be clear there was a parade happening or something like that. Residential zone, park zone, maybe. Destruction zone, or disaster zone. Right. Yeah. I mean, that was the idea. Was that it was the courtyard which is a portion of the disaster zone, right, where all this fighting is happening. That was supposed to be the idea. The impetus behind the decision, if you will. Yep, Jake fixed it. So the the mic should be fixed now. Actually, gonna turn the gain down a little bit to make sure it doesn't clip too much. Dino fight, ride dinos. Ground Zero. Oh, Ground Zero's not bad. And the map fits that theme nicely. Yeah, well, like I said, we'll put it up for a vote. I think the event will win, and we'll probably stick with that. So, or we'll definitely stick. We'll definitely stick with whatever you guys vote on. So we'll put up a poll later this week for you guys to decide this, and then we will decide. That is how that will work. This portion of it is decided. Well, what about the space station? Is that a good enough name? I mean, do you guys feel like the space station should have a better name? Let us know what you think about the space station designation as well, or Desert Canyon. Honestly, we should probably just open all the maps for naming, because Desert Canyon is descriptive, but it's not super exciting. And Titan Factory is kind of the same way. It's like, yeah, it's descriptive. That's what it is. It is a Titan Factory. That's not the most interesting name for it, though. Name the map shit I fell again. I like that. You guys will be happy to know that the upcoming Titan mode map will also allow you to fall to your death. So we'll be bringing all the joy of falling to your death in team deathmatch to the strategic area that is Titan mode. And I think you guys will love it. Let's see. OG Huntard is asking, are there going to be more game types?
Eventually.
So yeah, eventually the plan is the next one, or most likely the most likely next one will be our horde mode. So like a co-op PvE sort of thing. So we're still working on it. So we don't know exactly what shape it's going to take. So we will have that. We'll leverage some of the cool stuff that Titan mode has, and extend those to a horde mode sort of thing, and bring some new stuff into that. Yeah, vary up how some of the crafting stuff works. We might use that to sort of introduce structures and things like that as sort of a testing ground to get the tech for them working, before bringing them over to the competitive modes. Where the balance is a bigger issue. So yeah, we're definitely gonna be working on that, and I imagine that'll be the tentative plan right now is for that to come in our August update. That's the tentative plan right now. It could be a little earlier, could be a little later, but I believe that's when we're gonna get that out. Yeah, and inviting your friends, we're working on that right now. We're hoping it'll be out by 4th of July weekend. That's the goal. I don't know if we're going to hit that or not. We're going to hit it. We're going to hit that feature really hard over the weekend and try to get a bunch of additional work done on that. What just happened?
We finished.
Yeah, but
oh, they must have saw the dash glitch.
Oh, did you glitch? Stop glitching.
You know that where you get stuck in the speed boost.
Don't do that. Yeah, so that's a known glitch. We're working on that, trying to fix it. Destructible maps, we would like to do that. We have like some really light destructible stuff in there. They wouldn't be destructible in the way that Battlefield 4 is destructible, though. It'd be mostly cosmetic stuff, so we'd be able to have stuff break and cause, it would look cool basically, but it wouldn't have the kind of like map altering destruction that Frostbite has. We just was not really set up for that, and it would be cool to do it, but it'd be a ton of work to get that stuff in there. So I don't think we'll end up with that. But we would like to make it so that more stuff can kind of shatter and blow up in interesting ways. Just to add flavor and coolness to the maps, ultimately. Yeah, little oxygen tanks in the canyon. There's some crates in the canyon and in Titan Factory that'll do that. Those kinds of things. It's the sort of thing that's hard to. We have to come up with a scheme by which they regenerate themselves, basically. So we would want, because like in the desert canyon, once they're all busted, they're busted and they don't ever come back. So we would need to make some like regenerating explosive barrels so that you could blow someone up with them and then they'd come back a couple of minutes later or that kind of thing. This is Unreal Engine 3. It's Tony. But it's Unreal Engine 3 using, oh god, tell OG Huntard that he's trapped and there's no way out. And his only option is to exit and rematch make. Sorry, OG. Yeah, that's a bug where occasionally you'll get put in spectator mode. But anyway, so it's Unreal Engine 3, but we use a different lighting engine, which is why the lighting in this map looks a lot better. Like if you saw what this would look like in stock Unreal, it would be horrible. The light map resolution in stock Unreal is nowhere near good enough to get these nice smooth shadows and global illumination and things like that. These nice yellow, you can see the nice transition here, and stock Unreal can't do that. The light map resolution is way too low. We use a middleware called Enlighten, which is similar to what is actually used on Frostbite. We use a slightly different version of Enlighten than they do, but it's the same basic middleware tech. So it is Unreal, but the lighting engine is significantly improved beyond what a stock and Unreal game would have. Let's see here. I came here to see if I could get a change to get a code, then realized I already have access to the game. Yes, you do, Shadow. That is correct. Yeah, we're not doing a raffle today, but I think we're gonna do another raffle on Friday for sure. Definitely on Friday. We'll give out another copy, probably more than one copy of the game, to celebrate the winding down of the Steam sale. It'll be I guess technically the Steam sale will have 3 more days after we do that, but it'll be our last stream during the Steam sale. So we'll do a bunch of giveaways on Friday. So if you don't have it yet, or if you have friends who don't have it, have them join us on stream, and we'll make sure that they'll have a chance to get it. So as I was saying, June update, we rolled out a fair number of balance changes for particularly the Titan mode, and I would be curious to see if you guys have any thoughts and how you feel about what those were. So in particular, the change to the creep score, so that your creeps reset, your Titan power resets in between each Titan wave. We added the weapon power-up scaling. We took away the auto scaling of your weapon power-ups from the secondary weapon, so it's only on your primary weapon now. And we also did the longer time to kill across the board. So now the weapons take a little longer to kill, so there's more time for strategic adjustments. And let's see, what were the other big adjustments? The death streak mechanic, where you get your weapons will power up if you die enough times in a row, and I think that's the bulk of them. Yeah, those were the core balance changes. So let us know what you guys think about this, and please give us some feedback. And we were reading your feedback on the forum already. It's great, but if you have more that you want to give in person, you want to get some explanations from me as to why we made some of the changes that we made, this is a great time to do it. Grabe, stop distracting everyone. They're supposed to be listening to us talk and asking us questions. TJ should change his hat every map. Well, you only got 2 hats here right now, right? 3? Okay. Hey, if anyone from Human Head, Grabe, you're listening to this. Grabe, go get TJ's other 2 hats, and then TJ can change hats each round. So, Grabe, when you hear this on the 45-second delay or whatever it is, make that happen. Let's see, things that kind of bug me. I mentioned it on the forums for a dash in all directions with a katana and dash shotgun.
Yeah.
And can we add an overall dash mechanic? This is just one hat. Where's the third hat?
Oh, it's on my desk on the skull.
All right. There's one new hat. Can we get an overall dash mechanic of some sort? So yes, we have been we've been talking about like dodge stuff. All right, we got all kinds of stuff now. So we've been talking about doing a dodge mechanic for a while. I don't know when we'll get to that necessarily. It's not like super high on the priority list, but a dodge mechanic it'd be kind of like a dash mechanic. We got. Where are these? Are those mystics?
Yeah, well, this is mine. This is missing. This is for me.
All right, guys, we got all kinds of hats now. We got hats for days. So this is happening. All right, here. Well, here. Let's. Where are you guys? We'll set it.
Son,
Right for now.
you're awesome. I love that. Dude, the game that we played with him was so
Yeah.
good.
It was epic.
Yeah. Yeah, he pushed so high too, and then changes when like beast mode.
Oh, that's what you were talking about this morning,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So Graham loved that game enough that. So yeah, whoever was in that game, thank you for giving Shane and Graham the game of their lives. They seem to like really enjoy that. Let's see here. Are you guys adding more armor to the game or no? Yep, definitely. We added 2 armor sets in the June update, the Samurai set and the Disaster Rescue set, and we have more sets in the works. So more armor will be coming. Something else we're going to be doing is relatively soon here. We've got a pretty good set of different actually different functional armors, and we're going to go through and we're going to be making changes to some of the armors down the road and adding like. Some of them have less interesting stats than we initially wanted to, just for reasons of development time and needing to get them in quickly. So we're going to go through and rebalance some of these things, to move some stats around and get some more unique stats on some of the armor sets to make them to differentiate them a little more from each other. And so soon, what we're also going to do, but we don't want to stop putting out armor. So we're going to start moving into the cosmetic area of the armor, where we're gonna we need to get some UI elements in there for it, but giving you guys the ability to change the look of an armor set without necessarily changing its function. So if you really love the way the paladin armor behaves, in terms of its its heal on kill or any of the things that it does, but you want it to look you want it to look different. Basically, you want to customize the look of it. We're going to be adding in a system that will allow you to do that. So I think that'll be... I don't know exactly when that will come out, but it's certainly by the end of the August update, possibly as part of the July update. Honestly, the bigger holdup for it is the UI side of things. We have the actual skinning portion working already, but the yeah, we could talk more about that. If you guys ever have questions about the technical side of development, we'd be happy to talk to you guys about that stuff. So feel free to ask questions, and we're happy to answer them. Let's see here. Dodging can be as simple as sidestepping. Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to imply that the dodge system is going to be like crazy complicated. But we do want to make sure that it has some satisfying animations and things like that associated with it. So it's just, a lot of our focus right now is on fixing bugs and balance problems and things like that, and rounding out our core feature set, that we promised we'd deliver you guys for early access. And things like dodge, while we want to make them, are, they're not part of that initial core feature set. So we want to make sure we hit all the stuff that we promised to you guys, while also incorporating your feedback and doing things like dodge. Basically as soon as we're able to get stuff like that in there. Let's see. Creator 6 says there's a massive issue in the map. You can jump way too high. Yeah, well, this map will be changing quite a bit in I bet by this map I assume you're talking about city or disaster zone here. If you're talking about space station, let me know. But yeah, this map will be changing a lot in Friday's update. It's going to get its whole art overhaul. So it'll be different enough that whatever exploits you're using on this one probably won't work anymore, and there will probably be new exploits to be discovered. So you'll have to let us know once we put that up there, what you guys find. See here, can you make jetpacks or super capes to allow bigger jumps and flying? Yeah, we already have. There's the Major Tom legs, or is it the legs that have that, right? Or is it the body?
The legs that have super jump.
That's super jump, right? Yeah, the legs give you low gravity, so you jump super high on Major Tom, and then the Icarus legs give you a double jump. So that already kind of has that basic idea. But we have talked about doing like a more tribes-like jetpack kind of a thing as well. So we might. We'll have to see what happens there. Yeah, new disaster zone. Yep, it's pretty cool. It definitely has a different look to it. I think you guys will really enjoy it. No cloth in the minimum world. Capes won't work. Yeah, we've been talking about how we would do a cape, like a minimum style cape. We don't have any really good ideas yet. We don't have cloth. So no, Sonatorum doesn't work here. We've shown Disaster Zone on stream before, Grabe, so he's seen it. He may even have participated in some of our tests here and there. So no, he doesn't work here, but he has definitely seen Disaster Zone. Many people on the stream have seen Disaster Zone. Hey, we'll see, Narv. Yeah, Tribe Style Jetpack is a possibility, for armor in the future. Thanks, Encrox. We thank you. Well, first of all, thank you for being here. And yeah, interactivity is what we're all about. So that's a big part of the reason we're in early access. It's a big part of the reason we're on Steam. We want to be as involved with you guys as we possibly can. We want to hear from you guys, and we want to know how you feel about the game, what parts you like, what parts you don't like. If you find things that you think are fun and you want us to focus more on, we want all that information. And we love hearing from you guys. So never stop talking to us, please. Dire Player says, are there going to be female blocks? Because the loading picture is a female-looking block wearing Olympian armor. So funny story about female blocks. So there's actually a little bit of an internal debate on the dev team over female blocks. So we do have a female block character that is in progress. So that's what you've seen on the promo stuff. But we've sort of been discussing who's to say these are block men in the first place? They're block people. Maybe block people don't have genders, or maybe block people their genders look the same and you can't tell. Maybe you're all playing block women. You assume you're playing block men. Maybe you're all playing block women right now and you didn't even know it. So on the dev team, we're sort of debating whether or not we want. We want to make a separate female avatar, because at that point it's well, no, then there really are a block man and a block woman. I think it might be fun if they're just block people. They're not really men or women. They're just block people. So we will see. We'll see where we land on that. We do have it. And the dev team is kind of split on which direction we want to go with that. So we'll have to. We'll stay tuned basically, and we'll see what happens. Let's see here. Milbichu says mini launcher needs a nerf, maybe 5 ammo instead of 10. It's just crazy. So the mini launcher was the only launcher that didn't get a nerf in the last round, and that was intentional because the mini launcher was previously pretty underpowered. It's possible that it's too strong now, so we want to try to keep an eye on that. If the general consensus is that they think it's going to be they think it's too strong, then we'll pull it back a little bit. Not as much as we did to the other launchers, but we'll pull it back enough to make it a little more a little less powerful. Basically, we'll pull it back slowly, essentially. Dynamite, the live streams usually run for an hour, so we'll go for at least another half hour. We usually end up running 15 to 20 minutes over and just answering more questions and talking to you guys. But generally speaking, they run for an hour. That's our goal. Let's see here. Clearly restraining order to get me to stop talking to you. Sure. Well, actually, I don't think Nightbot has joined our chat yet, so he's not killing all the all caps people this time. Let's see. I gotta say something. The guns that do area damage are a little OP. I mean, that's definitely yeah. Tell them we are, and we may also be streaming on Twitch. Well, they saw that. They saw what you typed already, man. It's too late.
Yeah. They already saw that.
Give them the URL. Can we type URLs in chat? I don't remember if we cleanse that or not.
I don't know. I have no idea what the URL
Yeah, do
is
it.
either.
Well, it's http twitch.tv, or just do twitch.tv/HumanHeadStudio. Twitch.tv.
Let's make him do the work for us.
No, give him the link. Type it in. Type it. Twitch.tv. You don't even have to do the HTTP part if you don't want to.
Alright.
Just twitch.tv/HumanHeadStudios / yeah, HumanHead Studios, all one word. Bam. Type it. There we go. All right, now he has it. Now everyone in the game has the streaming link, and they can join us and be part of
Pick
the
order
party.
distract, kill him.
Yes. Oh, so close. Not fair, man. He was typing. Anyway, Encrox, as you were saying, yeah, a lot of people have, some other folks have mentioned a similar complaint. And we're hoping that when the client-side hit detection, as Senator mentioned, we're working on client-side hit detection. So hopefully once that comes along, that'll make the ballistics weapons like the sniper rifle and stuff a little more competitive with those. And we've also been slowly but surely nerfing down the AoE weapons so that their areas are honestly pretty small at this point. If you've got Icarus legs and that kind of thing, you can jump over them pretty effectively. So, that'll... we'll try to keep an eye out. Hopefully by bringing up the rest of the items, we can make those less... You got dominated, man.
Yeah.
That was rough. I guess I made you type a lot. That was probably... We'll blame it on that. We'll say it was all the typing.
Back to Space Station.
Can we get a cow launcher like in the old South Park 64 game?
Other things, maybe bots.
Yeah, launching a whole cow is pretty big for this game.
That's why we can launch the factory bots.
But like a cow skull.
I guess that's a little.
What a cow skull armor piece? Would you take a cow skull armor piece? I realize that's like nothing like what you just asked for, but I think that sounds kind of awesome. So
Choose we can make it launch anything we want. We can even launch a whole freaking Titan.
that's true. That is true. Cow skull armor sounds cool though. I like that idea. We'll see about this.
Could just stick with the whole creep launcher.
Actually, that's right. We did talk about a creep launcher. Yeah, like launching factory bots and things like that, having them explode. That would be pretty fun too.
You and I have a weapon like that.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
one else does.
Okay, Creator. Yeah, if you were talking about the space station, yeah, someone else pointed that error out to me, or out to us, I should say. It lets you get outside the map, but you can't really do much out there. So it's kind of like we want to fix it. Like we shouldn't be able to do it, so we're gonna do our best to fix it. But in practice, it's not all that exploitable. So we're not too worried about it right now. Let's see. Cyber is asking what will be done to prevent people abusing the death streak system. How are they
KDA.
abusing it? Yeah, well, maybe tell me how they're abusing it. I mean, it's pretty restrictive in terms of like. Not only can you not get kills on players, but you can't get assists, you can't do Titan damage, and you can't farm any creeps. So in order to get a oh boy, in order to get a death streak, you essentially have to be doing almost nothing. So the death streak stuff is really just there for like the complete noob who has no idea what's going on and happens to get in a game with Sonatorum and Narf and Saber Antidote or something like that, and is just getting destroyed. And that way he can he still gets a chance to power up, still gets a chance to at least see what the higher level weapons are like and things like that. In practice, I don't think the death streak stuff is particularly abusable right now. But if you guys have seen an abuse case, please let us know and try to describe it. You kill yourself with the launcher splash when you spawn. Well, okay. There you go. That is an exploit. It should not work on suicides. So the answer to how we will fix that is we will make that not work on suicides. So thank you. All right. Thank you, Cyber. Seriously, thank you for pointing that out. I'll get that on the fix list. I just wrote it down in my notebook right now. So I'll get that on the fix list, and we will get that sorted out. Thank you. And this is exactly why we talk to you guys. This is why we're doing early access, why we love interacting with you guys, because of stuff like this. Let's see here. What else do we have? How many more weapons will be added? I don't have a specific number yet. I think we're gonna add at least 2 more before August. Like by August, and probably more than that. We have the hammer that Weapon Tinker TJ was actually working on animations. Well, he's not making the animations, but implementing the animations for it into the game right now. So the hammer will probably come out next, I would think. And then we have the remote mine device that'll be coming out pretty soon. We have sticky grenade device that'll be coming out pretty soon.
Remote mine proximity.
What's that?
Proximity, not remote.
Or remote. Sorry. I always say remote mine. Proximity mine.
Same here.
Yeah, and sticky grenades, which will be coming out pretty soon, along with the hammer. We have, I think, the flamethrower will probably be. That one's a little further out, but that might be.
Crossbow too.
Yeah, crossbow. Well, crossbow needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
I'm not confident that one will come out necessarily. At least not in the immediate future. But I'm confident in the flamethrower and the hammer. Hammer will be first, and then flamethrower sometime after that.
So part is crossbow is the farthest one of the 3.
Crossbow's the furthest out for sure. If it happens.
Just needs balancing.
Yeah, Cubo stuff. People like the cow helmet idea, so I think we're gonna do that. Let's see. I can't understand something. Sometimes when you die, you lose all your weapon upgrades or not.
You lose them all.
Yeah, you lose them all the time, but for the way the game works, every time there's a Titan, spawn and fight cycle, everyone's default power level goes up by 1. So by the 3rd Titan fight, your primary weapon will start at power level 3. Your secondary weapon will always start at power level 1. So that's why it might seem like sometimes you don't reset all the way and sometimes you do. That's why in later Titan fights, people will start with a higher power level. So in that case, you won't reset all the way to run. You'll reset to 2 or to 3, however many Titan cycles there have been at that point. Let's see here. Kid is saying, loving this game, playing with you at the moment, but when are we going to be able to have pre-built teams and invite friends? Yeah, the friend invite stuff is coming. Like I said, we're hoping to get that out. Did you miss? Oh no.
Oh, it's lagging.
No. I think the server might have crashed, actually.
It did.
God dang it. So, speaking of server crashes, we're currently working with our backend guys to get better. Did it crash? It's taking a long time to kick you, though.
It does take a while.
Not usually this long. Anyway, we're working with our backend guys right now to get better information out of the servers when they go down, so that we can try to track these instances and get them fixed. So sorry about that. It's early access. We're gonna do our best to get those things resolved just as soon as we can. Sorry about this, guys. As I was saying though, party matchmaking coming soon. Partially it's a Steam Summer Sale. Yeah, that is part of it. Wow, can you even see?
Barely.
Good lord. All right, this should be fun.
Right, more handicaps.
But yes, so we're working on this stuff, trying to get better debug information out of it.
In this, man.
Oh, they'll be here soon, hopefully. Everyone got kicked when it crashed, so
Yeah.
hopefully some people will join us soon.
So lonely.
So lonely. But so we should be resolving that stuff soon, guys. So don't worry, or don't wait too much. Party matchmaking is coming, and being able to create teams is on the plan. It's on the list of things to do. I don't know exactly when we'll have the teams set up, or like the team creation system set up, but that's something we're going to be working on for sure. Ray testing, could you use something like landmines to see turrets and grenades already? And landmine can be an interesting new throwing item. I mean, the proximity mine is basically a landmine. Yeah, that's essentially what it is. You don't have to put it on the ground. You can put it on a wall or wherever, but it behaves similarly to that. Let's see. Is it right that you can use the second jump of the Icarus legs after using the alt fire of the ninja jump katana?
Yes.
It's intended. It might be too strong. I mean, you know, we'll keep an eye on it. Right now, I think it's definitely intended, and we'll probably keep it that way for now. But if it gets too bad, then you know we'll try to deal with it. Let's see here. I mean, Minimum has some things in common with Warframe. I think the armor makes people think of Warframe. Probably is mostly what it is, because a lot of Warframe is about customizing your Warframe, obviously. So there are some minor similarities for that with us for that. So that's probably why the comparisons get made. Is there a spot on the general Steam message boards where I can post bugs? Yeah, there's a bug report section of it. If you go to them, I believe you have to be a game owner to see the bug report section. So if you don't own the game yet, then you won't be able to see it. But if you own the game and you go to it, you look along the right side. There's a bug report and a balance feedback section. So feel free to put the bug report in there. That's the best place for it. I mean, we read all the forums, so we'll see it wherever you put it. But the bug report forum is where we go when we're looking for bugs. So that's the best place to put it. Let's see here. The great crash. My Unity project crashed at the same time as your servers. Sorry, Hawk. The force of our server crashed your Unity project probably as well. Very, very sorry about that. I love Unity. We actually are using Unity internally for another project. That's not Minimum, and it's really fun to Unity. My opinion on the Unity versus UDK. I feel like UDK is better once you get in the long. First of all, Icebox, thank you for buying the game. We love you. Love you. I'm gonna do a little love Icebox 666. I think I got the right number of X's there. Thank you for buying the game. We really appreciate everyone who buys it during early access and everyone who buys it. Period. But especially the guys those of you who are helping us in early access. It really means a lot to us, and I hope you'll join us for our dev streams and give us lots of good feedback on the forums. And we're really happy we're really happy to have you. Narf, I would not be able to say what that project is, unfortunately. That project is not as free with information as Minimum, so I can give you no data on that. But rest assured, when we do finally announce that, we'll tell you about it on the stream. So I promise we'll tell you about it and talk about it on stream if and when we eventually let you guys know what it is. Let's see here. Anyway, so it's like Unity versus UDK. I like Unity a lot. Unity is just so fast to make things in. The fact that you can change something and hit the play button and see it immediately. The tools are so nice. Like most of Unity's tools are nicer than Unreal's tools. But I feel like Unreal has an advantage once you get to like a larger scale project. Unity has a lot of problems working with multiple people, and so once you get to like a decent sized team, it becomes a little bit unwieldy to use Unity, and some of the advantages drop away a little bit. So still love it, but I think I prefer UDK for like the larger scale things if you have more than one person. Let's see here. What do we got up here? You're planning on making bigger teams with like 10 to 30 people? No, definitely not. We will probably do like 3v3 and stuff like that down the road. We've talked about doing like 3v3 free-for-alls or smaller 3v3 Titan-style maps. It's not to say that we wouldn't ever do like maybe a little bit bigger of a deathmatch system, like maybe slightly bigger teams than that, but all of our performance stuff and all of our network stuff was designed around trying to do 5v5, and we don't really. It would be a pretty big risk and a lot of effort to expand that to a significantly larger team size for I don't think a ton of benefit, at least not in terms of the way Titan mode plays out. So we don't have any immediate plans to do that, but who knows what the future holds. Never say never. It's not impossible that we would do it, but I wouldn't wait for it. What's the Easter egg dinosaur's name?
Grant.
Grant.
Dr. Grant.
No, I think Shane has a name for him. I just don't remember what it is. I'm 99% sure he has a name, and Shane will have to tell you what it is. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, but I'm 99% sure he does have a name. It's not Grant, but I like Grant actually. That would have been a funny name.
Hey, it's a Jurassic Park reference.
Yeah, exactly. No, I get it. That's what I'm saying. I'm there. I'm with you. That's a good name. Let's see here. Are you going to allow modding via the Steam Workshop? Not necessarily traditional modding, but definitely we want to support your guys' ability to make armor skins, skins for your block band, skins for your weapons, maps, and ideally, like once the horde mode and stuff like that is in, we'd like to be able to make like horde mode scenarios and stuff like that. So those are the maps and the horde mode scenarios are kind of like longer term plans, but for sure the armor, like we'll probably start with armor skins and things like that. That'll be like the first thing to go into the workshop, and then maps and things like that will follow after we do that. Yeah, private servers are in the works. Yeah, so we actually have two different things we're talking about doing for private servers. So one is private matches, which is it's like making a custom game in League of Legends or Dota, where you make a game. It's still the game is still generated on our servers, but you can invite whoever you want to it, and it can be just you or open to the public, however you want to handle it. We're also talking about doing a true private server mode ultimately, where you guys will be able to run your own servers, like for a LAN party or for whatever you want to do. We're still trying to come up with how that's going to work, because obviously those are major security problems in terms of earning experience points and earning materials and stuff like that. So most likely those will be unranked servers, where you won't earn you won't earn experience points and stuff like that, but you'll be able to use everything that you have and all of your stuff for it. And we want that for two reasons. One, so that people can do things like if you want to do like an offline LAN party, at college or something like that. We want you to be able to do that, and also because if we want people to be able to make custom maps, you guys need a way to run like a local server so that you and some friends can test your map and that kind of thing. So that's about facilitating you guys to create maps and making it so you guys can play minimum in more situations. Yes. Oh, right. Armor balancing. So yes, we'll talk about armor balancing. So you guys saw obviously we rolled out those changes to armor in last week's update, where we made the prices a lot more expensive. It didn't work out the way we wanted to. We reverted them on Monday. So we had a different balance attempt in the works already, and so we're just going to continue working on that a little longer, and we'll probably put that out probably next week for next week's build, to let you guys see what you think of it. We're still doing internal testing on it. The numbers are way off right now. We have to sort of hone those in, but the idea is so don't freak out. I'm going to describe to you what we're doing, and then you guys feel free to give feedback, and see what you think of it. But so the idea is we're going to move there's two things we want to solve. So when we first moved the shards to being only on creeps, that was a divisive change, right? It had the intended purpose, which was that it made creep farming a lot more important, and it made it so that most people do creep farm now, and we wanted that. But the side effect was that everyone has to creep farm, and although creep farming is an important part of the game, and we want people to creep farm, our intention wasn't necessarily to force everyone to creep farm, because we do want you guys ultimately to be able to have strategies in your teams, and you might want to have a couple of people who are focused on creep farming and a couple of people who are focused on killing other players, right? It shouldn't be that every single player has to be farming creeps to be effective. So we've been trying to figure out what the right way to there's a guy behind you, by the way. We've been trying to figure out what the right way to bring some of that. I don't know. I wasn't sure. You were something running the other way. We wanted to try to figure out, a way to bring that to bring some of that back without putting creeps back into a situation where where nobody wants to farm them. So what we're trying out, I hit the mic, sorry about that. So what we're trying out right now is we're going to try to make crafting materials shared. And so what that means is everyone still has their own individual pool, right? So like when you craft armor, you're not drawing from like a central pool. You still have whatever it shows you in the lower left is the crafting materials that you have available to use. But when you collect crafting materials, anytime you pick up a shard or pick up... That collision sucks right there. Can you not walk through that?
No, you can.
Oh, okay. When you pick up a shard, you pick up fragments. Everyone on your teams... everyone on your team will receive them. So if you get a fragment, everyone gets a fragment. If you get a shard, everyone gets a shard. And so the goal there is to make it number one so that new players on teams who don't necessarily totally understand how the system... I'm going to pause real quick. Ice Cream X, when he runs, it's just bouncing around. Are you talking about right now? Earlier he was caught on some collision, which is why I made that comment that the collision sucked there.
It truthfully does.
Yeah, the collision sucked there. I mean, the animations are there's some harsh transitions between them. It's part of like the minimalistic style. So I don't think he's lagging right now. It looks like it's just yeah. I don't see lagging right now is the short answer. But I don't see what you were looking at the time. It's possible that he was lagging. Oh, that! You talking about that pop right there? That's not actually lag, so I don't know what that is. There's only a few systems that have that happen on it. My system does that, and nobody else's in the office does that, and now apparently this system does that. So I'm not actually sure what that is, but it's a visual artifact that only shows up on your screen. It doesn't show up to anybody else. Yes. So anyway, so back to the shared crafting materials. So the idea is that everyone shares crafting materials. And yes, so to answer your question, so armor is willing to be made more expensive. So we're doing two things with the shared crafting materials. So crafting materials are shared. Ideally, what we want to have happen is that during the first phase, you're trying to craft your tier 1 set. During the second phase, you're trying to craft your tier 2 set. During the third phase, you're trying to craft your tier 3 set. And so the value of drops now scales over time. So the first during the start of the game, they behave basically as they do now. They're worth 1 of whatever they are. On the second Titan spawn, they become more. They're worth more, and so the second set of armor is also a tier is even more expensive than it would normally be, and the third tier of armor is even more expensive than it would normally be, and so the cost keeps scaling, but also the amount that you collect keeps scaling. This is the same system, or similar to what Dota and League of Legends do, where the value of creep kills goes up as the game goes on, and so the idea here is that. A decent team should be able to craft their level 1 set during the first Titan thing without issues. But unless they're crazy farming hard, because the second tier is so much more expensive, they're not going to get enough materials to craft that second tier during that first phase. But once the second Titan phase happens, everything's worth more, and so it's much easier to farm up what you need to get that second tier set. And so again, a decent team will be able to craft their second tier set without a big problem. And then same thing for the third phase. That third tier of armor will be even more expensive, such that if you're really farming hard, you'll be able to craft, maybe a tier 3 piece or something like that during the second phase. But generally speaking, it's gonna be hard unless you're focused on it. But then when the third phase rolls around, all the values go up, and you'll be able to craft that third tier of armor. Again, a decent team should be able to craft that third tier of armor during that third phase. So that's how we're trying to balance that out. So the idea is that over the course of the game, people should be arriving at their tier 3 sets during the third or fourth Titan phase, is the idea. And by making it shared among the team, we're trying to spread out the sort of newbie knowledge burden that we have right now, where new players who don't understand what's happening have a much harder time than the experienced players. The experienced players are farming tons of stuff, and even though the experienced player is on your team, you still want to be able to craft some armor, you want to be able to do some stuff yourself, and so this way, experienced players on a team can bring their whole team up, by farming well and providing and getting lots of kills and providing materials to everyone on their team, and so the new players and the experienced players can both benefit from the system. So that's the idea. That's what we're trying to do. Obviously, as you can tell, that's a pretty significant shift in terms of how things work, and that's why we're trying to do more internal testing on it before we roll it out to you guys to try to get the values honed into the right area before we roll it out. Let's see, are you guys making new maps or not? Yes, so we have 2 new maps in progress right now, a new deathmatch map and a new Titan mode map. You'll probably see the new Titan mode map pretty soon, maybe as early as next week. We're going to do the same thing with it that we did with Disaster Zone, where we put out the the early blockout version of it, essentially, so that you guys can play on it and give us balanced feedback and things like that. And then later we'll roll out the fully polished arted up version. So it could be as early as next week. Might not be until after that. We'll basically it'll come when it's done. But could be as soon as next week. We're already testing it internally, so we'll let you know when that comes. We're also going to bring deathmatch mode to Desert Canyon and Titan Factory eventually. So those won't be new maps, but they'll be existing maps that you can play using the new game mode. I think someone's already mentioned to include an auto buy feature. Yes, so not necessarily an auto buy option, but we've talked about like a quick craft option where you would be able to choose your 3 favorite armors. But an auto buy system is not a bad idea either. That's actually a new
part
one.
of the whole. Hey, look, I want this set.
Yeah.
Buy it for me.
Yeah, actually, you ought to be able to. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna write that down. Let's see, auto buy that. Yeah, that's a good idea. We would be able to. I think what we do initially probably is let you. So you could at the start of the game you could open or not the start of the game, but basically you could open the crafting screen, and probably maybe via right click or something like that. You could right click on an armor piece you couldn't afford yet and flag it as an auto buy piece, and then as soon as you have enough materials, it'll automatically buy it, and then you can flag the next thing that you want to auto buy. That would be the easiest way to initially implement that. So that's probably what we'd do first. And then a more complicated system where it was based on loadout or based on like a set of favorites or your favorite armor or something like that, would take more time to implement. But I think we'd want to do that ultimately. But I think we could get this stuff out faster. So that's probably the first pass on that we do, and that wouldn't take too long to make. So I'll do our best to get that out to you guys sooner rather than later. What's the status on ETI deployables and structures? Because we have to invest materials in those eventually, so those armor costs may need to be rethought. Yeah, and ETA they're still pretty far out, so that's why we're not worrying about the armor costs too much. We have the ability to make that stuff scale. Like we can scale those costs pretty easily, and so if and when those things come out, we'll scale the armor costs up and down to make sure that that there's room for the structures and deployables. So yeah, we know we got to keep that in mind. But they're far enough out yet that for now we're going to keep balancing it around armor primarily until we have those things in place. Let's see here. Why the decision to put heal in the game seems that the most OP in my opinion. It only takes about 5 seconds to get back up and out of the battle. So if you mean why heal, like any form of heal at all, like I said, we want to move the game in a direction such that we can have more support-oriented players ultimately. You about to lose, son.
Yep.
We want to move it in the direction where we can have more support-oriented players ultimately, and so playing a healer, like the medic in TF2 and things like that is something that a lot of players really enjoy, including myself. Now the healing katana, I don't think it definitely doesn't hit that area for us. Primarily because the heal also affects yourself. So what we've seen for the hats, hats everywhere, towers of hats. we've talked about taking away the healing katana's self-heal ability and leaving the AoE heal. Because that's more what it was meant for. It's more meant to be a team heal thing than it is to be a self-heal. But most people just use it for the self-heal because it's easier to use and it's really strong.
At least I could reduce the self-heal.
Yeah, I mean, so we'll probably start with reducing it a lot, and then potentially remove it entirely and just leave the area of effect heal. We wanted to make sure that people still want to buy it, and so we felt like it needed to have some selfish attribute to it so that people would still want it for themselves, just to encourage them to do that. But we'll see if that is ultimately necessary. But yeah, so we're definitely looking at making those kinds of changes.
We wanted to give it more time before we just drastically said, all right, no healing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, we want to try to be a little more sort of slow and steady with that change. Let's see. For level 1 helmet, could you do fake glasses with a mustache? We could actually. So we of the many silly conversations that happened because of our weird art style, we were discussing what facial hair looks like in the minimum universe. And we have a really cool block beard that someone made that is pretty awesome, and so that convinced me that we should have block facial hair. And so I think, given that, block glasses and a mustache are almost certainly something we'll do at some point. So I can't promise you when that will happen. Probably, honestly, it'll probably be part of the cosmetic armor stuff that we add later. That's when I'd expect to see things like that. So yeah, I look forward to it. I think that'll happen. Oh, Steppen, thank you for buying 6 copies. Wow, we really appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Are you guys making new game modes for minimum? Like I said earlier, we're working on the dungeon horde mode PvE thing right now. So that's the next planned mode for minimum. We'll probably do other modes in the future. It just kind of depend on what did that thing pop up on the stairs when you threw it? Nice. So I'm sure we'll eventually come out with additional ones. But the horde mode is the last planned early access mode. The last mode we have planned to get us to the full release state. And then we'll keep looking at stuff for post release support and what additional modes we want to add down the road. Make the alt fire heal over time. Make a gun with an alt fire heal over time. Yeah, we're talking about making some more straightforward heal guns and things like that, kind of like what you'd expect from the metagun in TF2. So you'll definitely see more stuff. the standoff. You'll definitely see more stuff. Oh,
from behind.
Owned. You'll definitely see more stuff coming from that down the road. Kitta, I just bought a 5-pack to gift to friends. I've seen how engaged the community guys are. Thank you, Kitta. We honestly I know we say this all the time, but I cannot stress enough how much we appreciate this. How much we appreciate all you guys who are talking to your friends, and especially those of you who are buying copies for your friends. We're so grateful, and we thank you so much for trying to help us spread the word on this. We think Minimum's a great game. We think it's a lot of fun. And we know there's an audience for it out there if we can just get a hold of you guys and get it out there. And work with you guys to polish it up and really get it strong and exit early access, as the best possible game we can be. So again, thank you so much for doing that, guys. We really appreciate it. Ninja Jump needs a shorter cooldown, 3 seconds probably. It's supposed to have a shorter cooldown, isn't it?
It does. It has a 2-second cooldown.
Well, there's a bug, right, where it has a longer cooldown at higher levels, isn't there?
Yeah. I think I fixed that, though, last week.
Well, I don't know if we checked that in yet or not.
Alright. It'll be in for Friday.
Yeah, it'll probably be in for Friday's build. So there's a bug with the Ninja Jump Katana where the higher levels of it had a longer cooldown than we meant it to have. So at level 1, it has a 2-second cooldown. So we're gonna basically I think it'll be fixed in this Friday's build. If not, it'll be fixed in next Friday's build for sure. So yeah, can we get clown armor? Just a big old blockhead clown? I don't see why not. Yeah, clown armor sounds awesome. Big shoes, big block shoes. They can't flop, I guess, but they can be long at least.
Yeah. I don't know, it'd be funny if they did animate them to flop.
Yeah, you should add a way to customize your character like skins that don't affect the games. Yep, that's what we were talking about earlier. We're going to give you the ability to sort of, kind of like vanity systems if you played, MMOs like, well, lots of them, but like Final Fantasy XIV has it, Guild Wars has it, lots of games have it. Old Republic, things like that, where you can take the armor that has the stats that you want, and then have cosmetic skins for it that change its. Get him! Ooh, that was a nut down. Whoa! Oh man! Wow, D Titan. D Titan, if you are watching this stream, tell him that was just streamed to our audience, man. That kill is on camera. That was beautiful. So yes, you'll have the ability to do cosmetic skinning of your armor and stuff down the road. This is like his trap he's got here, man. He's gonna hang out here and keep doing this. Get him! Do you have the auto shotty? Where's the auto shotty?
No, I don't.
Ah, you need that, dude. That is the counter to what he's doing there. You fucking flung him right off the map when he did that. That would have been the best.
I haven't won my other loadouts. If I had it, he would have been gone.
Oh man.
No.
No. You made it. It's good. You lived. How about a cloud sword? Also, I would spit out a big vision obscuring cloud.
An idea for a device like that?
Yeah, Weapon Tinker has an idea for a device like that. I'm skeptical that it won't destroy everyone's computers and cause them to burst into flames. So we're going to keep an eye on that. And short answer is we're thinking about... wait, swear jar? What did I do? I didn't swear. Who swore? You need to tell me what I said. I don't think I swore. We'll see. Anyway, I'll take your word for it. I'll tell you what. Swear jar it is. Well, I'll take the community's word for it. We're gonna say I swore.
No, it's driving away with my power.
No! Man, Huntard is camping you, man.
Yeah, he's screen watching.
He is after you. Well, but he's like 30 seconds delayed. That can't be. That can't be how he's being successful. There's no mini map in this game. This isn't Dota. I think we're safe. Yeah, we are a little worried that cosmetic skinning might affect the tactical play, and so that's why stuff like that will probably okay. Maybe he is screen camping you. we might disable things like that in competitive mode down the road to bring that more in there. But for casual mode, we think it's more fun for people to be able to have that that personalization and customization. Did he just run right off the he did.
Oh no!
Oh, no! Backed up to your doom.
But hey, look, this one has the auto shotgun.
Dang it! That's not swear jar worthy. I'm gonna fight that. I'm gonna take that one to appeals
Dang,
court.
it is not.
I don't believe in that. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh! All right, guys. Well, I think this is gonna be this will be our last match for the stream. We're gonna go back to prepping for our Friday build. D Titan's got his thing, man. You need the auto shotty. Oh!
I have it, but I missed with it.
Oh, you missed? Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is a fun place to fight right here. I like this. I like watching this. Get him! Get him! Nice.
I'll take the power up.
So this will be our last our last match for this stream. So feel free to get all your burning questions in there and talk to us. And I haven't said it before. I think it goes without saying, but please follow us on Twitch so you can see all of our streams. We stream twice a week. We stream on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. GMT. And we do Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern, or 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. GMT. So please join us for those. We're next on this Friday. We'll show you the new Titan map. No specific promises, but it could happen. So make sure you be here. So follow us on Twitch, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and on YouTube. And yeah, make sure you get all the cool information from us. Goon's asking, can an enemy's currently crafted armor show up in the mini screen? Like, yeah. So we definitely I don't know what mini screen meant, but yeah, we do. So we definitely intend to do that. Yes, short answer, yes. We want to put our not only their
Wow,
armor,
look
but
at that
also like their
battle.
currently equipped weapons and things like that. And we also want to do like a kill recap screen, so when someone kills you, you'll be able to see very easily what armor they were wearing and what weapon they were using. So yeah, that's on our to do list. I don't know when we'll get that in. I don't have like a specific ETA for that, but that's definitely on our list. Art of Zod is asking if you thought about making some areas of the map destructible, especially for Titan maps. We have thought about it. The problem is, part of the deal is that Unreal is not great at doing that particular kind of thing, especially not with the way that our lighting is done. It's just not easy to do like big areas of destructibility. So we have definitely thought about it, and it's something that we want to do, but we have enough sort of other areas to explore on like other sort of map archetypes that we can do. Look at that good guy. HH Switch, not shooting him immediately upon spawning. Good guy. So we might do it eventually, but probably not in the very near future. What was the rationale behind nerfing Zerker legs? That was just part of an overall ability. We just thought the speed was kind of out of control, especially in the hands of really good players. We might revert the legs nerf on Zerker or not revert, but soften it, because I agree it kind of doesn't feel. It just doesn't feel. Oh dang! Did you just triple kill there?
Yeah.
Nicely done. Yeah, I agree that now it feels pretty underwhelming when you build the Zerker legs initially. It just doesn't feel like it has enough speed to have been worth the health trade-offs and stuff like that. So we're going to keep an eye on that. We'll probably soften the nerf to that down the road. What else we got here? I have curiosity, what scripting or programming languages are you using with UDK? So, technically we don't use UDK. We use like the full licensee Unreal Engine 3. But so we use Unreal Script is part of both Unreal Engine 3 and UDK. So in UDK's case, you just use Unreal Script. And Unreal Script is a lot like if you know Java or C#, it's the syntax is very similar, and so it's easy to get into. It's got a lot of cool Unreal Script specific features like actors, which are like general game objects like characters or weapons or animating entities and things like that. They can have states, which is pretty cool. It's like implicit states, and then states can override functions and things like that. So there's a lot of really cool power in the state system that Unreal Script has. And then the more harder core code in the full Unreal Engine 3 version is done in C++, like 90% of game development is done in. I'm sorry. I know you meant scoreboard. Yeah, and like I said, we're definitely going to be doing that ultimately.
Oh, MS game. I stayed positive.
That's true. Oh no worries, Hawk. Let's see, one more suggestion from Art of Zod. Game mode I would recommend if it isn't already in is assault mode like good old UT2K4. Objective-based gauntlet, one side playing offensive, other side playing defensive, vice versa. Yeah, we might. I mean, Titan mode is already kind of like that. So, we'll see. We might. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's see. Cannot wait to be able to play the game with my friends on the same team with voice comms. It's going to be even better. Yep, yeah. Voice comms is coming. Party matchmaking is coming. So, like I said, we're working on those things as hard as we can. We'll try to get them in just as soon as we're able.
It's hard to see out of when you're playing.
Yeah.
I want to tell everybody I love them.
Tell him you love him, man.
I love you, people.
This is Lee Barg, by the way, who is just chatting up a storm in here.
Straight up.
He loves you guys. He loves playing games with you.
Yeah, I want to get a real good game one day, actual competitive.
Like a competitive mode, you're saying? Like line people up.
That'd be sweet. Straight competitive mode, but get a LMG thing going. This game could, I don't know, in my opinion, could go for it.
I would love it, man. I would love it too. All right, guys. So again, thank you so much. Thanks, Diamond. Glad you love us. Tell your friends. Don't hug us. Tell your friends. Tell your friends how awesome we are. Tell them about how fun we are and how much you like you like listening to our stream and talking to us and interacting with us. So again, thank you guys for joining us. We'll be streaming again on Friday. Hopefully we'll be showing you guys some new features there. Oh yeah, I gave Grave a bunch of keys to give out. So yeah, there you go. So tell your friends, Diamond. Tell your friends, Keita. Tell your friends, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Follow us on Twitch. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Like us on YouTube. Thank you guys. And we'll see you again on Friday.